In this video I will talk about what is kratom. Is kratom an opiate? What does kratom feel like? How to dose kratom, kratom strains and colors. What is kratom? Mitragyna speciosa, more popularly known as kratom, is a tropical tree native to Southeast Asia that's in the same family as the coffee tree, and in many countries around the world. Kratom is a legal psychoactive substance which has been used for hundreds of years as a traditional medicine. Kratom has over 40 known active alkaloids. This gives the substance very unique and diverse effects. Some of the positive effects include stimulation, relaxation, pain relief, feelings of empathy, euphoria, and even vivid waking dreams. Some of the negative effects include the very bitter taste, nausea and dizziness especially in high doses, constipation, mild depression, and even addiction with the potential for withdrawal pain. Is kratom an opiate? Of the over 40 active alkaloids, compounds such as mitragyna act as an opioid agonist, which is precisely why kratom is an extremely effective treatment for those who are trying to wean themselves off stronger opiates like, say, heroin. Even though kratom does hit some of the same opioid receptors as substances like heroin, it's not even close to the strength. Not by a long shot. It would hardly be considered getting high. In fact, due to the diverse group of alkaloids within kratom, it doesn't strictly act as an opioid agonist. And say if you were to take a drug test for opiates and you consume kratom, the very same day, you will not pass the positive for opioid use. In other words, no, kratom is not an opiate. It may have alkaloids within it that act as opioid agonists, but this does not mean that kratom itself is an opioid substance. What does kratom feel like? In doses between 2 to 6 grams of powdered leaf, instead of the usual sedation that one would get accompanied with normal opiate use, you can feel energized and your ability to concentrate can be increased. In regular doses, kratom doesn't really feel like a high. In fact, I wouldn't really call taking kratom getting high. Rather, it has the ability to put the user in a very calm, relaxed, slightly euphoric and chatty mood. Uplifting and euphoric effects are not necessarily very pronounced in most users. Most people would just say it puts them in a good mood. However, in higher doses the effects can be quite sedating, and it can behave more like a traditional opiate except in higher doses. You run the risk of dysphoria and intense nausea. In terms of the sedative effects, some users feel sedation from as little as 3 grams, whereas others would have to take more than 6. Tolerance and individual brain chemistry play a large role in regards to what types of effects the user will experience from kratom. How to dose kratom? For first-time users, you're going to want to start small, 2 to 3 grams max. The dosage I have found to be the most effective is around 3 to 4 grams. Taking more can be sedating. To precisely weigh your dosage, you're going to need a milligram scale, a teaspoon, and a container. The method I use is known as the toss and wash method. I shall walk you through it. 1. Weigh your dosage. I'll go for 3 grams. 2. Empty into the container. 3. Sprinkle some water and mix into a fine paste. 4. Have a drink ready to wash it down due to the bitter taste. 5. Down the hatch, no regrets. Other ways kratom can be consumed include capsules and mixing it into a tea. Kratom strains and colors. Kratom is divided into 3 different colors: red vein, white vein, and green vein. This division is dependent on the color of the stem and vein of the leaf. If you look closely at a kratom leaf, you will see that the stem and vein have a certain color. This color determines the effect the kratom leaf will have on the mind and body. Different color means a different effect in a different chemical composition. The stem and vein will be removed during the grinding process. Red vein kratom. Red vein kratom leaves have a red-colored stem and veins. The red vein kratom plant grows abundantly in Southeast Asia. Red vein leaves produce pleasant calming effects. It gives peace of mind and it gives you a feeling of well-being and optimism. In addition, red kratom is suitable as a sleep aid for people with insomnia. Physically, the red vein is known to relax the body and relieve pain. It relaxes the muscles and can be used as a supplement or replacement of pharmaceutical painkillers. White vein kratom. White vein kratom is known as a stimulant and positive mood enhancer. The white veins are the most stimulating and euphoric of all strains. White kratom is increasingly taken instead of caffeine for alertness, concentration, and cheerfulness. Many have come to take white kratom for increased concentration, Motivation and stamina during long working days. For those who experience gloomy periods or at times feel very exhausted, will usually experience the best results when using this strain of kratom. Green vein kratom. Green vein kratom can best be described as somewhere in between the red and white strains. It is a mild energy booster that can brighten one up. People also report that their alertness and focus are enhanced when using this strain. Green vein kratom can be mixed with red or white kratom strains to create a sophisticated effect. When properly mixed, it prevents the excessive anesthesia of the red veins and the overstimulation of the white veins.